Hi, hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to Investen Edition 1, India's largest retail investors online conference. I am Ashok Devanampriya, the CEO of Traders Gurukul, and I am the host and speaker for today's final session of Investen. It's a great pleasure to invite every one of you to our most influential investor conference of the year. I am sure by the end of this session today, I am going to share you some invaluable lessons to the best of my knowledge and abilities. I would like to thank our media partner Money Control Pro, the largest financial portal in India with millions of daily readership on their website. They helped us to reach a wider audience in a short span of time. Let me also thank and appreciate our title sponsor Sher Khan, one of the leading stockbrokers in India with millions of investors as their customers. Today, I am going to share an unique topic with you. One, I am going to share my investment methodology with you, followed by my experiments with equity and also my experiments with seasonality. All right, so let's quickly move on. Special thanks to Money Control Pro and Sher Khan who have been with us for the entire 12 days duration to making this event successful. So today's agenda is my market journey, Ashok's investment methodology, my experiments with equity, and my experiments with seasonality. So for people who don't know me, I am the CEO of kautilyacapital.com. I'm also the co-founder of Traders Gurukul, whose mission is to help retail traders in India in pursuit of their financial knowledge. And you guys all know it, and you have been our esteemed customers. I'm also a co-founder of this company called Stratazon, one of the very few exclusive algo strategy development companies in India. I have trained more than 1,000 people through my private mentorship program called as I3T3. I'm a graduate in mechanical engineering with an MBA in finance and specialization in asset management. I spent close to 15 years in the industry, predominantly in Toyota and SAP. I spent 5 years with Toyota, 10 years with SAP, the IT company, and thereafter last 5 years I have been a full-time professional stock trader and also a mentor. With this introduction, let us move on. This is my slogan, which I strongly believe. I believe in God. For everything else, I need data. How many of you agree to this? Give me a check. Is data not very important, critical for every one of us today? What is stock market without data? What is stock market without authentic data? Not just data, you need to have authentic data. If I had asked my clients what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. This is what Henry Ford told to his people. So I have made my own assumptions for these sessions today. There are great 11 speakers who joined our program and delivered some invaluable lessons to all of you. And now myself doing the climax session, it is very difficult to do justice for the great journey that we have traveled so far. However, I will try my best to deliver something very useful and definitely something which can be hands-on for you in the long time to come. So the title sponsor for our event is Sher Khan. Thank you very much, Sher Khan, and your family for being with us and believing in our ability to deliver such massive, interesting knowledge sessions for the retail traders and investors. So friends, in the last 11 sessions, there are a lot of experts who came on the program live and shared their own ideas. I am going to explain you what factors I would typically analyze in order to pick any of the stocks that I would like. Okay. Primarily, I focus on earnings. I don't touch any company which doesn't have earnings. What is earnings? Profits. If a business is not profitable, why the hell I should buy it? Second, valuations. Okay, it's a profitable company, fantastic, very good profit, no doubt. But if the company is not available at a decent price, why will I buy? See, I don't mind buying a Mercedes Benz at 20 lakh rupees on discount. Why would I buy an Alto for 5 lakhs? I would never do that. Okay. So everything comes at a price, and that price has to be worthwhile. I have informed so many people, don't buy Paytm, don't buy Nika. These are all very abnormal companies, and their PEs are never justified. I don't believe in any companies which don't make profits. And see, that is my view. Correct, friends? I am entitled for my view as an investor. It is my choice to pick whatever kind of stocks I want. Third, management. Is the company profitable? Yes. Is the company available at a decent rate? Yes. Third, is the management good enough? Always remember, great companies are driven by great management. Okay? People without vision cannot run great companies. It is not easy. They will face extensive external challenges. They need to have the ability, confidence, vision, direction, attitude to drive the organization towards a successful path. Next, debt. How much is the loan book? Agreed, you are a great company, but if you're running your business on too much of loans, you are bloody working for the bank. When will you work for me? How many of you know that whenever a bank, whenever a company, okay, tries to liquidate for any reason, where will be the shareholder in the queue? He'll be the last person. You tell boss, I am going to shut down my business. The first person who come to your office is your banker. He will say, I gave you money to run the business. Today you are not running. You refund my money. Second, your vendors. Sir, I gave you delivered the products. My receivables are due. Pay me. Shareholder is the last fellow. After all these people take away everything that they deserve, if there is anything left, that is what shareholder get. So he's the last man in the queue. So too much of debt is definitely dangerous. There are so many stories around debt. The next is returns. Okay, great earnings, respectable valuation, very good management, less loan book, and then returns. What is the returns it generated to the investors? Why are you investing in a company? Am I investing in a company for any celebration or happiness? No, I am investing in a company for single point agenda, profit. I need good return on my investment. And finally, margins. I want to invest in companies which have great business margins. I don't want to invest in companies whose profitable margin, operating margins are 1%, 2%, 5%. No. I want to invest in businesses whose margins are extremely high. Correct? Super. Now, these are the 6 core parameters which I would love to analyze for my investing process. Earnings, valuations, management, debt, returns, and margins. If I find companies with these 6 core aspects, I am very happy. I am going to jump into that company. Okay? Sounds good. Now, let's get slightly mathematical. Okay? Now, these 6 core aspects, let us try to quantify it. Because as an investor come trader, I don't believe in discretion. I want everything to be quantified. I want everything to be measurable. So coming to the analysis, I fundamentally look for 10 core parameters. I fundamentally look for 10 core parameters. Which are they? Number 1 is market capitalization. Number 2 is earnings. What earnings? Quarterly earnings. Right? Number 3 is annual earnings. Number 4 is price earnings. Number 5, price to book value. Number 6, management. Number 7, debt to equity ratio. Number 8, return on equity. Number 9, price to sales. And number 10, operating profit margin. So these are the core KPIs that I look for before I invest in the company. Okay. Any confusion so far? Give me a check if you are clear with the thought process so far. Every one of you, please try to give me a check. If I am fast, let me know. If I am slow, let me know. I will try to retune my process and journey so that it's more smoother. All right. Sounds good. Now, if you look at these 10 important parameters, now what are these things about? This is about earnings. This is about valuations, whether it is costly or cheap. This is about management. This is about debt. This is about returns. Okay, this is also about valuations. Price to sales is also about valuations. And finally is operating margins. Have we covered all the 6 core aspects? So those 6 core aspects have to be quantified. Okay, when they say you need to have a good management, what do you mean by good? You need to have good valuations. What is good valuation? See, investing, everybody talks all philosophies under the sky. Okay, philosophy is something like buy when everybody is selling, sell when everybody is buying. When do you know when everybody is selling? And when the hell do you know that everybody is buying? Be greedy when everybody is fearful. Be fearful when everybody is greedy. How will I know when somebody is greedy? You guys get my point? How do I react to it? How do I respond to it? So it has to be measured. Now, are these the 10 parameters that are only important and we ignore all the things? No. Fundamental analysis is like a vast subject. It's like a 1,000-book textbook. You have to study for an exam. You are lazy. You want to read only those 100 pages notes, which will cover maximum things. That's what we are doing here. If you are focused on these core elements followed by their 10 key performance indices, then you have covered 90% of the analysis. That is the bottom line. There are so many things we have skipped, but that is okay. We are of the belief that these 10 aspects will cover most of the important things. Is that fair? Any complaint, any questions so far? You guys can go ahead, shoot me questions because I'm able to see the panel myself. Since I'm the host and the speaker today. Go ahead, communicate with me. I keep responding. Superb. Now, let us go further. Let me try to quantify it further. I told you the 10 primary rules, right? Number 1, I don't invest in any company whose market value is less than 500 crores. If I have to invest in a company, I prefer companies whose total valuation is greater than 500 crores. Is that fair? You might ask me why not less than, because these companies which are less than 500 crores, my problem is I cannot analyze their management. These small time companies are majority of the times run by families. When it is a family run business, they will cook books. When we are talking today, already yesterday there was a news. What is the news? Hero Motors have spent 1,000 crores of company money and they bought some properties. See, if Hero can do, anybody can do. And a small time company can do any kind of financial book adjustments. Second, my quarterly earnings per share should be 25% greater than the same quarter last year. My quarterly performance has to be at least 25% greater than the last year. Why last year? You cannot compare with the previous quarter. Why is that? From a seasonality perspective, you should always compare with the same quarter last year. You can't compare Jan, Feb, March with April, May, June. Not fair. In winter, you drink a lot of coffee. In summer, you eat a lot of ice creams. If you want to compare the ice cream sales in winter, and if you want to compare the coffee sales in summer and say, boss, performance is bad or performance is great, that is not fair. Correct? That is one point. Next, annual earnings. The company's annual earnings has to be greater than 25%. And this is for companies which are where you're looking for stability. For example, if you are looking for some turnaround companies, you can skip this third rule, because turnaround companies will happen in a span of 1 or 2 quarters if you want to grab them early. Next factor is price to earnings. Friends, there is no standard rule for price to earnings. Price to earnings is a wonderful parameter. You know how many price to earnings are there? According to me, come on, let me tell you. Company's price to earnings, current price to earnings, company's historic PE, current PE, company's historic PE, company's forward PE, industry PE, Nifty PE. Come on, say you have 5 PEs. Anything else pending? I repeat, current PE, historic PE, future PE, the sectoral PE and the stock market PE. So many PEs are there. Can you guys type number 5 if you agree with it? If it is more than 5, type any number of your choice. If there's any more PEs that are there. I just want to make sure that people are with me. Okay. Sounds good. Let us proceed further. And the next guy is price to book value. Okay. Price to book value is also another parameter. I generally don't have put standard number to it, but I always benchmark with the index and the sector. Industry book value and industry price earnings, I always benchmark so as to make a decent decision. All right. Now, management holding should be greater than 50%. Any company, if the company is not owning more than 50% of the shares, then I have my own reservation. Okay. If they are holding more than 50, they are good. And preferably no pledging, zero pledging. All right. Next, the debt to equity ratio should be less than 1. What do you mean by debt to equity ratio? Less than 1. Okay, maximum. Suppose if you are investing 10 crores in a business, 5 crores should be debt, 5 crores should be your money. You should bring 50% on the table, and 50% maybe you can take a loan from the bank. All right. Next, return on equity should be greater than 17%. You might be wondering, how did this guy arrive at this number 17? Is it because some odd number, prime number, Fibonacci number? No. I read this book, How to Make Money in Stocks by William O'Neill. William O'Neill was one of the fantastic authors and one of the best investment managers of our times. He was the author of the well-known fortnightly magazine called IBD, which is also called as Investors Business Daily. He was the first man in the history of America's investment world to rank all the NYSE listed companies with a ranking. He used to have lakhs of circulation those days. I am his biggest fan. He told in his book, Ashok, return on equity should be greater than 17%. If you want to know more about it, go read that book. In fact, this annual earnings of 25%, quarterly earnings of 25% also comes from his famous can slim model. And next, price to sales ratio should be less than 2. So what is price to sales ratio? Suppose there is a retail store for sale. Your friend comes to you, said, Ashok, this retail store is for sale. Are you interested to are you interested in buying it? If somebody asks you if you are interested in that business, what is the first thing you'll ask? Go ahead. Help me with a good answer. If somebody comes to you and says, boss, there is a business for sale, would you be interested? What is the first question or first 3 questions you would ask him? The first thing I will ask is, boss, is the business profitable? Okay, that is first thing. Okay. Second, what is the margins in that business? Is the profit margin good? Or then how much sales they did last year? Suppose I'll come to you. Hey, you have a beautiful retail store for sale. He's asking 1 crore. 1 crore is asking, he will give you that store. Then I'll ask, okay, what is his profitability? What is his profit margin? Ashok, 25%. Okay, thank you. Now, how much sales he did last year? Ashok, I think he did 2 crore sales. Okay, 1 crore is the price. 2 crores he did sales. So what is price to sales? Okay. So third thing is profit margin, sales, profits. Okay, profits and profit margin is different. Profit is whether you have positive profit. Profit margin is what is the margin? Why? Because if I increase in sales, I will have resultant margin. And you need to also ask how much of debt is there in the company. Very, very important. And finally, operating profit margin of greater than 30%. This is my choice. So in comments, one of our investors says, Ashok, ITC has no management holding. That is fine. I don't want to buy ITC. I don't want to buy ITC. Okay. I want to buy only companies which falls under these rule books. And if you want to check things, probably you can go to Skinner site if you wish to. Okay. I'm just going to show you the screening process. I will not spend too much time there. Simpler. For example, market cap greater than 500. See, there are 1,255 companies which passes that rule. Okay, next. EPS latest quarter is greater than 1.25 times the EPS of preceding year quarter. How many of you understood this? People in money control view as well as go to webinar, give me a check. So this is simple. The current quarter result should be 25% more than the same quarter last year. So if I do that rule from 1,255 companies, I will end up in 545 companies, 50% eliminated. Okay, next. And EPS of this year is greater than 25% of EPS of last year. So from 545, it came down to 450. Not bad. And debt to equity is less than 1. 450 comes down to 300. Not bad. And unpledged management holding greater than 50. 300 becomes 200. Anything else you want to put? And ROE greater than 17. 200 become 50. So like that, you can keep eliminating and you get individual stocks. You can deep dive, go inside at a deeper level to identify, analyze, and pick up the stocks of your choice. Okay. Of course, the 10 experts who spent time with you, I am sure they gave a great perspective. But these are the simple rules that I personally follow. Okay. Now I will take a quick pause. Okay. Any confusion so far? I think it's direct, simple, straightforward. There was no rocket science, because anything complex is not sustainable. Why it's not sustainable? Because you have to continuously repeat it, right? If you continuously want to do this every month, every quarter, it has to be simple. If it's once in a 5 years exercise, we can bring Ramanujan Mach theta functions, Laplace transforms, Fourier series, and do some mind blowing stuff. But that is not the purpose, right? Sounds good. Okay. Now, these are all the aspects on which I buy stocks. I'm a techno fundamental investor. I'm not just a fundamental investor. I'm a techno fundamental investor. I also believe in technicals. I always want to look at price for different levels. Okay. Now, I will teach you a concept called GAN power of 8. This is the method I typically use whenever I buy stocks. Okay. I think the works of W.D. Gann and Robert Pritchard have inspired me more than anybody else. It was from their writings that I discovered cycles, patterns, and psychology dominate the market, and that the news breaks with the cycles, not the other way around. A very important, powerful statement by Jeff Cooper. I will talk about those cycles to you. Okay, what is this Gann power of 8? Friends, the Gann power of 8 is very, very simple. Let us think you have a let me take a script. Okay, so okay, let me take Nifty. Acha, cryptos are very exciting. No, I'll use Bitcoin only. I didn't see it this stock for a long time. Okay, now what I will do one thing. The first and foremost thing I will do is any script. I will take the lifetime high. This is LTH and 0. Okay, I will form a rectangle there. Then I will divide this zone into 8 pieces. 1, 4 pieces, another 4. Totally, I'll divide the entire region into 8 pieces. So then what happens? This is 0, this is 100, and then this is 50. This is 25, this is 75, this is 87.5, this is 62.5, this is 37.5 and 12.5. This is how I divide the entire region, and I will see where the price is. Okay, I divide the entire price zone from lifetime high till 0 into different price zones. Take the lifetime high of the stock, divide it into 8 core zones. It has here in the PPT, it is telling 10 zones because Sometimes it will ask you to divide into 3 parts also, 33%, 66%, and so on. That you need not do for a minute. These are the levels which acts as major support and resistances according to WD gap. Acha, why the hell that price should stop at such regions and react? Because markets are driven by consumptions. Markets are always driven by humans. See, friends, many times people say market has changed, market has changed. Do you remember that? Why the hell market would change? Is it because before humans were trading in markets, now monkeys have come and then donkeys will come? No. The same human being who has greed, emotion, fear, anger, anxiety, the same guy is trading. See, what is the difference between your father and me? I'm sorry, my father. What is different between you and me? Compared to me and my father wanted lakhs, I want crores. If I want crores today, after let's say 50 years, my grandchildren wants hundreds of crores. Does our process vary? No. Technology will change. I don't deny that. But human emotions will never change. You will be happy when you're happy. You will cry when you want to cry. Okay, now let me ask you a very, very simple question. How many times you have walked into a showroom just because there is buy one, get one free? Correct? How many people walk into a showroom because there is buy one, get one free? Everybody walks in. What is that? 50% level. If the share of 100 rupees goes to 50%, definitely many people will think, अरे 100 रुपया का माल 50 में मिलते हैं, चलो buy करेंगे. Who nobody cares. I can show you so many stocks which will react at such levels. No logic anything anywhere there, no reason for reaction, but it will react. Why humans are like that? Who fall prey for discounts? Ladies. Men don't fall. Ladies, if you offer them freebies, they will buy even if things they don't want. Okay. There is a powerful statement by Warren Buffett. He says, if you try to buy things you don't want, someday you might have to sell things which you need. Forget your wants. Okay. These are same like Fibonacci levels with slighter modification. And we typically apply Richard Wyckoff theory to understand stock stages. And we generally say don't buy stocks in the 12.5% zone. So what do you mean by this? Now look at this. See, I have made a tool for it. Of course, you can do it in Excel and all. I'm a little lazy guy. I made a tool for this. Okay. So according to that tool, I'm using my tool to show you the instant results, but you can do it manually. Okay. Yes. Now look at this. Now where is the Bitcoin lying? Every time Bitcoin comes to the 50% level and reacting, is it not fair? Now type 50% if you understood this model. Can everyone type 50% for me? So markets are like that. 25% level also. Why? Correct. 100 rupees mal I can give. If I am buying at 25 rupees, I'm getting at 75% discount, I will buy. There are so many stocks which behaves in these levels. Now tell me the name of stocks. Now I'll get into one by one. For example, Ashok Leyland. Okay. Look at Ashok Leyland. What did Ashok Leyland doing now? It is playing at 66% level. It is playing at 66% level. So every stock will have its own behavior. Where is gold now? It made a lifetime high of 56,000. Then it came down. It didn't even touch the 75% level. It went above. It is still playing there. Okay. So you suggest me any stock of your choice. We will check and figure out where they are with respect to it. Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland we saw, right? Reliance Industries. See, the price went up, came down, and now with respect to lifetime high, it is just playing at around in between 87 and 75% levels. These are the 8 zones where you can look for some price consolidation for us to enter. Okay. Now there are so many stocks which are looking for turnaround. Okay, take for example Yes Bank. See Yes Bank, where is it? Which zone it is? It is well below the 12.5% zone. How many of you agree? Yes Bank is well below the 12.5% zone. Friends, this zone is there, no? This is the most dangerous zone. Any script which comes inside this zone, right? It needs lot of strength and energy to go out and go upstairs. Very, very difficult. Any script which falls into the bottom zone out of the 8 zones, if it falls below the 12.5% zone, it requires extensive energy to come out. For example, see what is the price? 12 rupees. What is the peak of the 12.5% zone here? If you can see it, well and good, or else I'm going to mark it here. It is about 12.5% is 51 rupees. It has to touch 51 rupees to break out of the 12.5% zone. Okay. Okay. Now let's check some more stocks quickly. So Sudhir Mane says DMart. Where is it now? It is taking support at 66% level. Vishnu Parupati says Hathway. It has broken below the 25% level. Hathway is going towards 12.5% level now. We'll have to see what it does. Shashidhar Gulipalli says Ashok, check for Mastech. Take it. Dude, it is playing at around 75% level. It is showing resistance at 87.5%. That line is showing resistance there. Padmakar Hanchate says PFC. It is playing between 50 and 62.5. It is showing 63.5. That is wrong. It is 62.5. Mr. GD Surveyor says Mindtree. See, Mindtree is doing rocking here. I am sure it is in the top zone only. See, it came down, took support at 75% level and going up. Vikas Singh says HDFC Bank. HDFC, see this, it properly kissed 75% level and boomed up. Because Radhakrishna Jagtap says, sir, check crude. Okay. Crude oil is going at lifetime high now. We'll have to wait for it. Is it the right contract I have used? You want to see Brent crude? Yeah, I think it is correct. Sorry, this is the level. 100% is here. $148. This is Brent crude. Rahul just says India Mart. Rahul, it has broken 50% level. Now we will have to see if it takes support at 33% level. Palak says Adani ports. Oh my God, see. Palak, it is playing at around 75% level only. So many base candles. Oh my God. Now either it will fall or it will go up. It is in a do or die situation. Check Adani port fundamentals properly and make a decision. Ankit Sirwani says Madras Fertilizers. So the price came down, took support at, see here, this price from 100% in 18, it came down all the way close to 12.5% zone and it boomed up. Sashidhar says Olectra. Taking support at 62%. Prakriti Agarwal says Asian Paints. Took support at 75% level and it's going up. So what is the ideal zone to enter? Any zone is ideal depending upon how it consolidates. Okay, if you superimpose price action here, you will get much better levels. And now let me show you something interesting. Check your RCOM. See, when did it come? I want this guy to extend the line on both sides. Yeah. See here. See, this guy RCOM came into this zone once, fought, again fought, took support, resistance, and then it's done, dusted. It will take a lot of energy to go up. See, just to exit 12.5% zone, RCOM should go to 100. If RCOM goes to 100, it is a blockbuster recovery for RCOM. It will never come. Don't worry. So whenever a stock goes to 12.5% zone, uska dukan band karo. Hiren Mandalia says IOL chemical. It is taking support at 33% level, Hiren. Okay. See, not only that, you take any of the so-called stocks of the previous decade. See, you can see this great recovery. How many of you see? Many analysts will say, array cup and saucer formation. And then, okay, from here it will go up. Wherever it will go, from where it came. Can you make out now? When did Suzlon enter the danger zone? Once, second, and it's done. 10 years. Suzlon should touch 57 rupees to come out of this zone. It will never touch. Okay. So that is the point. Now, if you divide these 8 zones, okay, the bottommost zone is called as abyss, the zone of danger. This is the name I gave. What do you mean by abyss? Friends, abyss is the bottommost region in the Pacific Ocean. It is the most deepest points in the Pacific Ocean. Its distance is about 10 kilometers under the sea. It is the darkest and the most bottom region, which is extremely dark and deadly creature lives there. And once you go below 5 kilometers, there will be extensive water pressure. Nobody can, even whales will not survive at that pressure. Some danger creatures which can withstand very high pressure, only they will stay there. And I name the region below 12.5% as abyss. It is like Pacific Ocean. It is like Titanic going under the sea. Of course, Titanic went under the Atlantic Ocean, not Pacific Ocean, but that's okay. So stocks which fall into the danger zone will need a major overhaul to recover. And many stocks give a dead cat bounce and collapse into the region. So majority of the stocks which enter that region will never recover. So Ceylon, Orcom, JP Associates. There are 100 stocks, Opto Circuits. So many companies are there. Everyone got it? So that is the whole point. When price goes inside that 12.5% region, it will never recover. But there are some special firms which can withstand. See this guy? It went inside this 12.5 region. See this fellow? And then it went and made 200 from 70 levels. If it breaks out, see this? How did it break out? With a strong momentum candle? See this? And then gap up, and then it went up. You never know, it might come back also. I have an interesting formula to identify these kind of stocks. Okay, if you ask me, the filter should be, a stock should make a lifetime low. If you want to identify these stocks, this is the rule. Number one, the stock should make a lifetime low and then break the 52-week high. You make a note in your books if you want. I repeat, in order to identify such reaction stocks, my requirement fundamentally is it from a price point is that it has to make a lifetime low. What is a lifetime low? The first time life, the bottommost point possible. From there, it has to go and break the 52-week high. Okay, 52-week high. Okay, before we move further, hi Gautam, good evening. Give me a check if you can hear me. You can give me a shout also.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. So Gautam, will talk in some time. All right.
Yeah.
Great. So friends, let's move on to the next topic. My experiments with seasonality. Any questions so far? Any confusions? How many of you are sleeping? Throw your comment. Is the session boring, sleepy, fast, slow? Okay. All right. There's not much reactions there. Let me proceed further. My experiments with seasonality. Friend, there are 24 hours in a day, 28 to 31 days in a month, 52 weeks in a year, 365 or 366 days in a year. Wow, as if none of you knew this. But let me ask you a basic question. These are things which even a primary school child knows. But don't you think there is an order in the ecosystem? Don't you guys think there is an order in the solar system? Why the hell seasons are coming on a consistent basis? Why the hell, summer comes exactly the same time? Why is this earth taking 365 days only every time? Why can't the sun, earth take 500 days, 1000 days to revolve around the earth? How is it managed? There is an order. There is a decent order, right? And that order has something to tell you. They will always impact human behavior. Will summer comes and tell you, somebody from the sky tell you, hey summer, I have arrived, dude, go and eat ice cream, don't drink juice? No, right? You will only have it. Why? Because you are impacted by nature. Automatically the nature will impact your behavior, and your behavior will result in consumption behavior, and because of your consumption behavior it will impact stock markets also. So seasonality does exist in stock market. I'm inspired by this great man, WD Gann. He wrote a fantastic book called The Truth of the Stock Tape. That book has two special features. Number one, it is the first stock market book ever written in history. I repeat, it is the first stock market book ever written in history. I will just show you in the system. You guys should go and buy it. Every one of you. It's hardly cost anything. This book, yeah, this guy. Okay. If you want this book, I purchased this last week. Of course, I have this book from a long time, but I purposefully wanted the hard copy, so I purchased it last week. Okay. You know the speciality of this book? This is the first stock market book ever written in history. Before this book, there was no stock market book. Today, you can read 100 books on stock market because there are thousands of guys who have written books. But when this book was released way back in the beginning of 19th century, there was no other book. And this book extensively told about seasonality, and that's when I got inspired. And that took me into a journey of deep dive analysis. I discovered many interesting stuffs. Let me give you a glimpse of what we did. Here is a simple case study. This is a 365-day cycle of a Earth. What is 365? Have you ever thought why it is 365 days? It is the Earth takes 365 days to go and do one complete trip around the sun. Type no, yes or no. How many of you knew this? I am damn sure many don't know. The Earth takes 365 days to go around the sun and do one complete trip. Okay. Now, here is one study on Adani Enterprises. See, I have built a machine learning and artificial intelligence based algorithm which picked Adani in my 365-day cycle analysis. Don't go deeper into the story. Just follow the information. So Earth takes about 365 to 366 days to complete one rotation, and 366 comes once in 4 years. You all know it, that we call it as a leap year. Adani Enterprises delivered an average 20% return over the last 15 years in that single duration. The model failed only once in history. It works elegantly on a 29 cycle output. What does it mean? I'll explain you. 29-day cycle is called as a lunar month duration. Look at this report. So last 15 years, not 15, 16 years, this is the kind of returns this single stock has generated in that simple time duration. Okay. This is the 365-day cycle of Adani Enterprises, where every year you will buy on a particular date and hold the stock only for 29 days. And I have given you the performance of the last 17 years, and I have already put you the date 24th March. I am live. I have bought Adani Enterprises, and I am going to sell Adani Enterprises on 22nd of April. Till today afternoon, it has made 10% profit. That's why I marked that in blue. And next year, what time I'll buy? 24th of March. And 2024, I buy it on 23rd of March because 2024 is a leap year. Okay. This cycle is very simple. I buy it on that particular date and hold the stock only for 29 days. Statistically, last 16, 17 trials, it has given an average 20% over the period of last 20 years, roughly. Is this interesting? Boring? Okay. So according to this model, this stock today is what? Today must be 30th, right? Still 22 days to go. Any questions here? Any confusions? Now, don't ask me, Ashok, why did you start in 2006? I cannot disclose too many details. Okay, this is an R&D that we have been doing from last 4 years. In fact, I have taken almost 15,000 trials to arrive at the conclusion. Okay, it's a pure artificial intelligence engine which identify time-based patterns, and I'm going to be, I'm building an app also for this, which would go live in couple of quarters. Okay, is it simple and straightforward? This is purely a time-based approach. This is not driven by fundamentals. This is not driven by technicals. No price action, no volume profile, nothing. It is pure time. There is a date of entry, there is a date of exit. Okay. And this month already last week, today is 30th, right? 1 week back, the script entered. So where is that? 24th March, right? I'll show you. Who's this guy? Adani Enterprises. So this guy, I'll hide this fellow. Adani Enterprises on a day candle. 24th March, he entered here. Yeah, 24th March morning, entered at the price of 1812. Yeah, as on today, the price is here. Closed at 1995. Okay. Okay, now, I mean, that's how it is. You want to go and check, and past also you can do. 25th March 2017, it gave 38%, right? Chalo, you go there. 26th, 5th March 2017. 25th March 2017. See, 25th 2017, right? Yeah. See here. Remove drawings. Okay. 25th March 2017 is here. Maybe somewhere here. Yeah, March 25th. 24th March. There is no 25th. 25th is an holiday. So I'll take an entry one day before close here. Okay. And my last day is what? 25th March 2017 to 23rd April 2017. 23rd April is here. 23rd April is not there. So we cut on 24th. Look at this. Just an example. I took the last. You can go back and check in time. Okay. Now, okay. Now I have given you a perspective. I have told you what has happened this month also. Go ahead, watch it. If you want to take a position next year, take it. I have no problem. All right. If it works, celebrate. If it doesn't work, you curse yourself. Don't come and blame me. I have given you a beautiful perspective, a nice thought process with a validation. I believe in cycles. I believe in seasonality. Finally, it's your choice. Okay. All right. Sounds good. There's another interesting model which I will show at the end of the session. Okay. The next cycle is bloody creative. Okay. I'm sure you will love it. But I want to keep that curiosity because today is the last day of the session, right? Let me build some momentum for the climax. Wait for it. Let's proceed further. Summary of the learnings. I strongly believe in my 6 core investing principles. Second, The 10 rules helps us to filter the stocks. All those 10 rules I told you, right? Market capitalization, quarterly earnings, annual earnings, price to book value, debt equity, management holding, ROE, OPM, price to sales. Almost 10 of them. Okay. The power of 8 models will help me to define where is the point of my action. Okay, where is that I have to enter. All right. Sounds good. Next, seasonality exists in nature and markets also. Okay. The Mars 687-day cycle is quite powerful. So 687-day cycle, I am going to explain you by the end of this session before I kick off the question and answers. Okay. You guys need to bear with me until I kick off that. Sounds good. So it's time for question and answers. Before we jump into question and answers, let us quickly get into some advertisements. It's a great pleasure and honor to have Sher Khan as the title sponsor of Investen, the most influential investors conference of the year. Today, I have a special guest to share some experience about Sher Khan with you, Mr. Gautam. Hi Gautam, are you there?
Hi Ashok, thank you for having me.
It's a great pleasure to have you here, sir. Please give a quick intro and move on with the show.
Sure, thank you. So I'm Gautam Kalia. I'm the head of super investor segment within Sher Khan. I actually head this piece. I've been in the investment space for about. I just wanted to say, just introduce myself as well as the segment and the organization. As many of you know, Sher Khan is one of the oldest brokers in India. It's been around for over 20 years, 22 years to be precise. It is completely 100% owned by BNP Paribas Group. You may know BNP Paribas Group as the largest financial institution amongst the top 5-6 financial institutions in the world, and it's been in India for over 160 years. So just quickly take you through the super investor segment. Ashok, can you move to the next slide, please? So the tagline for super investor obviously is your financial freedom, your obviously many of you are trying to enable yourself and educate yourself in you're on your path towards financial freedom, and you need a partner to do that, and that's where we come in. We have a Q square research philosophy. We have a wealth creator mindset program, which is like a training program that we help our customers so that they can take proper decisions when investing. Obviously, we have end-to-end investment solutions available to take care of your investment needs. And as far as financial stability and backing is concerned, we are completely owned by BNP Paribas, which is, like I said, if I were to give you a sense, it's large. The institution is larger than globally. It's larger than State Bank of India, HDFC, and ICICI Bank combined in terms of assets that it manages. So that's how large the institution is. So just to give you a sense of how stable the organization is. Ashok, next slide, please. So whom do you talk to when you open an account with Sher Khan, a super investor account? You're basically supported by a dedicated investment specialist who's further supported by a team of domain experts. So what does that mean? So the investment specialist is really someone who specializes in understanding you and trying to figure out what best investment solution to offer you that will help you in your journey towards achieving financial independence. The investments specialist is supported by an equity expert whose role predominantly is to look at the stock market every day, to stay in touch with our research, both fundamental and technical, and provide our clients with in-house research calls. The equity expert is accessible to you as well as an investor over the phone. The equity expert, in fact, is supported by a dealer who can place your orders over the phone. We have a dedicated number centrally available as well, besides obviously having a fully fledged app and website where you can place your orders additionally. So the investment specialists actually report into regional heads who meet clients regularly, and then they report into me. I also meet clients on occasion whenever I'm traveling across India. Obviously, like I explained earlier, we have integrated investment solutions. So we have products where you can, with the touch of a button now, realign your equity portfolio to our research. You can just basically, without spending too much time, align all your investments to our research and make sure that you are following a process when it comes to managing your wealth. Because what we see, and in our experience, what couple of mistakes that people make is that they buy a good quality stock, but then they sell too soon, or they buy a stock and the price keeps going, then they continue to value average till they are selling a bad stock with an extremely large position, and then you don't feel like selling. Then it becomes something that you feel that if you sell, then you're actually booking that no loss, which is currently on paper. So we see that all the time, and that's why we want to prevent those kind of things from happening to you, and that's why we suggest that you look at making a process for yourself, all that, and what we help you with in terms of technology assisted solutions. Obviously, you get preferential pricing in a super investor account. We provide preferential pricing on brokerage and obviously on lending. You get access to our fundamental, technical, sector-wise, stock-specific research. You get a holistic view of your portfolio. You get tailor-made learning modules on investments and financial markets, which is available not just through Sher Khan, through our classroom program, but also through our online trading academy, which is built to offer you educational products to help you become a better investor. Obviously, the last thing is that you can decide whether you want to do everything digital, or you want a mix of in-person interaction and digital, or if you just want in-person and everything physical. So basically, that option is completely open to you, depending on how tech savvy you are and how comfortable you are, transacting online versus offline. So that preference also is completely with you. Ashok, next slide, please. Like I mentioned, a dedicated team of experts. So you have the investment specialist, you have the equity expert, you've got the regional dealer. We have a central dealer also with a dedicated number. We can prepare financials to make sure that you are able to meet your goals. Make a plan, and we can stick to that. We provide you research, market movements, events. Obviously, you can monitor it regularly. Access to mutual fund, PMS, and other types of products that are available in the market. We have a robust due diligence process of selecting funds, third-party products. So offer you extremely heavily curated products, which through a superior risk-adjusted return approach of selection. So that kind of saves you a lot of effort in trying to figure out which are the tools, which are the products that you should invest in. And obviously, we have a whole customer service ecosystem built, so you are able to get all your service needs met as well. Ashok, next slide, please. So, what does it take to open an account? To open this account, we expect you to start off with 10 lakhs or more, and that's how we can, start your investments. And If you want to continue this service, obviously expectation is that you'll maintain this at least at your end or at a family level end of at least 10 lakhs and above, because then it becomes worthwhile for us to spend that kind of time and effort that we give to each of our clients to make sure that they are well on the journey towards achieving financial independence. Next slide, please, Ashok. So this is our standard disclaimer. I'm not going to read through it, but I'm just going to thank every one of you for taking the time out to hear me out. We are very happy to be of service to you. Most of the investment specialists across India are based out of the branches. They've got at least 4 to 5 years of work experience in the investments field, and they are clearly instructed to follow our research. So they are basically representing what our research is telling our clients to do, and that's what really we want our clients to be doing. Either follow our research or follow some good quality research that they can rely on and invest basis. So thank you again, Ashok, for your time, and thank you all for indulging me.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a great pleasure to have you on board as a speaker. You have a great day.
Thank you, Ashok.
All right, so here is a quick update on Kautilya's unlisted and pre-IPO division. If you're looking for any of the pre-IPO stocks which can give you great returns by the time they get listed in the markets, you can always look forward to add them into your portfolio. All right, Kautilya primarily focuses on some of the top 25 stocks. It doesn't focus on all of them, and some of them include Chennai Super Kings, HDB Financials, Bira, Stats Accessories, okay, Care Pharmacy, and many other stocks. Okay, in that, Chennai Super Kings has been the most popular IPL team and also the darling of the industry. It's a billion-dollar company. It can be a part of your portfolio. The minimum ticket size is 1,000 shares. For more details, log into www.kautilyacapital.com/unlisted. All right. Next, here is another update about status on the Amazon fund of trading strategies. The company is mainly focused in building 100% automated algo strategies for traders. The salient features includes all the strategies that are listed here are 100% transparent with risk and returns adjusted. All right, there shall not be any manual intervention whatsoever. It's a plug and play model, and the whole stuff is delivered with strategy as a service. Okay, now to give more details, the mission of this model is to double the capital in 3 to 4 years with the help of Statazon robots and grow the fund 10x in 10 years. That is the dream, because all the models are automated. Some of the strategies are Chanakya integrated strategy, Ramanujan range strategy. There are about 10 strategies that are available here. Go ahead, log into www.statazon.in, go and look at the website, understand what it talks about, understand all the strategies that it has provided there, and get a feel of it. And if you want more information, you can always talk to the relationship manager through the contacts page. So this is the kind of profitability it has generated over the period of last 5 years. Okay, this 2022 has been little dry, unfortunately. This quarter it is dry. Not much of profits. Okay, so however, overall equity curve has been smooth last 3 to 4 years. All right, next, here is a quick update on Traders Conclave 2022, India's largest retail stock investors and traders residential conclave. Friends, this is happening in the month of September in one of the 5-star properties in Bangalore. What is special about this event? It is a 3-day conference where some of the best speakers from the country will assemble in Bangalore and share their strategies in a deep session. It's not just an online, it's not just a conference where somebody comes and talks for 1 hour. No, this is a conference where there is a spread. I have beautifully designed this program so that people will touch base on the top important aspects of investing: positional monthly trading, positional weekly trading, intraday trading, expiry day trading, and even quant based algo trading. Not only that, we have 3 championships, 3 awards called the Champion of the Conclave Award to be won with lakhs of benefits. Plus, every day there shall be a winner. There will be a Traders Championship which will be inbuilt in the program. The price has been kept very low. An event of this magnitude generally would cost about about 50,000. Some people even charge 75,000, 1 lakh. We have kept the pricing extremely low. And the speakers are, one guy is a 200 crores quant fund manager, one guy is a master predictor and a GAN expert, one is an best Elliott wave technician in India, one guy is a $1 million fund manager, one guy is a 100 lot option straddle player, and one guy is a very well-known positional weekly option writer. Okay, now all this whole stuff of staying in a 5-star property with all the meals included, complete access to the program, lifetime access to the recordings, quiz, competition, goodies, freebies, mementos, everything packaged, benefits worth 55,000 plus knowledge plus memories, comes at a price of just 24,999 only. The hotel cost itself is around 20,000 plus. So this whole event has been designed to build the brand. Not only that, we want to make it as an educational fair every year. My mission is very simple. I want to run this event every year once. It has to be like an alumni meeting which would happen every year. And there shall be lot of learnings, lot of entertainment, lot of takeaways, lot of memories, and finally the complete money you pay would be refunded to you in the form of brokerage credits. So you got vouchers. So ideally this program would be free for you. Okay, we have, I guess, 25-30 seats more for it to fill. I think the team has already sold some 70 tickets. The conclave manager is Mr. Fazil. You can always reach out to him, and you can also reach out to him in Telegram at Traders Conclave for more details. Okay, join us in September. We will show you what kind of R&D we have done in the last 5 years, what kind of progress we have done in terms of the subjects that we talk about in the last 5 years, and I'm sure you will be thrilled and excited about it. Okay, now friends, if you want to reach out to me, that's my Twitter handle. It's @devanampriya. If you want to catch me on YouTube, I have a private channel called with my name only. I also have a Telegram. In Telegram, you can buzz me at Ashok Devanampriya. And if you want to reach out to me by email, you can send an email to ashok@kautilyacapital.com or ashok.consulting@gmail.com. The Gmail would give you instant reply. The company email might take its own time. Next, these are all the upcoming mega conferences. These are some of the events which we have designed. Nifty Banker is India's first Bank Nifty Index Traders Conference. Super 25 is one of the largest conference ever done in India. It's going to start in the month of May. Again, you guys will get communication from us. Okay, it will be a 25 days learning event. Then is Option Omega, the largest options conference. Intrazon, the largest intraday conference, and Investen, the very popular investors conference in which you are participating. All credits to the success of Investen should go to our media partner Money Control Pro, and also our title sponsors Sher Khan and my complete extended family members of Traders Gurukul. Thanks to all the 3 companies who really assembled together even on a Sunday in order to share and in order to give a beautiful experience to all of you. Okay, thanks everyone. It's we are very thankful to you for joining us and supporting us. Now friends, did you like this conference? Okay, we have taken special care to deliver. There might be some technical glitches, I don't deny, but for the kind of fee that you have paid, if you have understood, if you have gained some knowledge, even one slide, if it gives you the relevant knowledge or some wow moment, the mission is accomplished. Not that all 12 events should be super successful. No, even one wow moment, one slide which is worthy, your paisa vasool is done. That's how I personally believe. If you have really liked the event, go ahead in Google, type Traders Gurukul, Traders space Gurukul, and you will get our Google page, our Google business page, and go ahead and shoot your review. If you are very happy with the program, give us a better review. If you are upset with the program, send an email or talk to me personally. Okay? Praise us in public, abuse us personally. I think that is the best way to put forward. Okay? Go ahead. Please do write your review. As a token of appreciation, we will give you a complete techno fundamental course of Traders Gurukul for free. Okay, all you have to do is go write a review and buzz the support team in the chat at Traders Gurukul website with your name. They will give you the coupon code for your enrollment into this program for free. It's worth 5,000. You will get it for free. Only if you write a review. You write 1 star also, I don't care. But if you write a review, you'll get this program for free. All right. Cool. If you want to join our Telegram channel, search for Traders Space Gurukul in Telegram. Traders Gurukul single word. You will get our Telegram channel. All right. Please join us there. Almost we have around 2,000 subscribers there. Join us. We will communicate more positive things to you. All right. Now, here is the time for case study 2. This is the 687 days cycle. Okay. Now, what is 687? The way Earth takes 365 days to complete one cycle around the sun, similarly, Mars takes 687 days. It is 365 days in Earth, 687 days in Mars, 88 days in Mercury, I guess around 90,000 days in Pluto. Okay. So here is the story of HDFC. Again, our ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning based algorithm picked HDFC on a 687 day cycle. The Mars rotation is 687 days and HDFC on an average delivered 10% over the last 23 years. The model failed only 2 times in history. It works elegantly on a 84 day cycle. You might ask why 29, why 84? 29.53 is a lunar cycle, lunar month, and 88 day cycle is Mercury's time. Okay, one rotation of Mercury around the 88 days is the duration in the planet Mercury. Now, this is the kind of return HDFC generated, except the year 1999, where it lost about 15%, and all the remaining years it made decent money. And here is the cycle information for you. Okay, the point is this: every 687 days, every 687 days, the cycle activates, and the holding period is 84 days. So 25th of March, just again last week, the HDFC 687 days cycle has been triggered. The closing date is 17th of June 2022. Whether it makes profit or loss, let us see. I don't know. And I've also given you the next 2 dates. The next trade comes on the 10th of Feb 2024, another one on 28th of December 2025. I have given you the dates well in advance. Make a note of it. If you can make some money, awesome. Thanks. Let's thank God for your success. If it flops, don't blame me. I repeat again, your success is yours, your failure is yours, because it's your money. You make money, appreciate yourself. You lose money, you blame yourself. Don't blame any mentor. Okay. So everybody has their own position sizing. You remember, risk management is the ultimate thing in markets. Respect risk management. That's all I can say. You can trade any method, you can invest in any formula, and you can make money. No problem. But every journey has its own risk and reward. And I have produced you the results. How many? Two out of 13 trades. In the previous one, how much? I think only one flopped, right? Out of 15 or 20. Got it? So that is my update to you. With this, we come to the end of the session. Let me know if you have any questions. We have good amount of time. We can happily interact with each other before we wind up the most influential investors conference of 2022. Over to you, friends. Satyanarayana says the program is superb. Thank you, Satya. Please mention the same thing in the Google review sheet. Type Traders Space Gurukul in Google. You can go and throw your review there. Ajay Singh says, when are the recordings available? The recording would be available in next couple of hours. Okay. Okay, so there's a question by Saurabh Singh. Sir, in the light of your probability, profitability view, how do you see valuation of startups and a unicorn coming up every second week? Saurabh, there is not much of intelligence and data available to judge startups. Okay, it is not judged based on what they have done on the balance sheet. It is judged based on what they can do in the future. So you cannot analyze them so easily. Okay. So Devendra Nemade says, sir, I like your conference. Thank you, Devendra. Please go and throw your reviews there. Anant asks, can we use the brokerage credits with any of our subscribed brokers? No. Anant, we have identified a broker through which you will get the credits. That is for information. Sudhir is asking, which are the best technical indicators as per your experience for entry and exit of a stock? Sudhir, I am a price action guy. I have never used indicators ever. The only indicators I ever romanced was Ichimoku because it was an integrated indicator. My belief is very simple. For price, I follow price action. For volume, I follow volume profile. For time, I follow GAN, and options, I follow open interest. This is what I do. These are the 4 crux which I typically follow. Okay. A question from Mr. Jinesh Gada. How have you derived days when to buy, when to sell, and 29 days? You are don't worry about that, but you know how I have arrived at it. Keep adding. Just keep adding. For example, okay, I'll do one thing for you. Just to show you. Look at this one. What is the previous date? 7/5/2020. Take these 2 dates, okay? And take this guy. 7/5/2020, right? So go to add subject time and date. There are websites, simple website. So 7/5/2020. Okay, add days, right? 687 days. Calculate. What is the date? 24th March 2024. 7/5/2020. There is a mistake. My mistake. Yeah. See this? From 7th of, is it 7th March or 7th May? 7th May 2020. I calculated. I added 687 days. I got 25th March 2022. That's what is this. This guy plus 687 is this guy. And this guy plus 687 is the next guy. So 25 March 2022, which is last week, right? So what I will do, I will add that number. 25th March 2022. Again add 687, calculate. You arrived at 10th Feb 2024. That's what is this. Clear? And from there, holding period is 84 days. 10th Feb 2024 plus from 25th March 2022. If you add 84 days, what happens? 25th March, here add 84 days. That is nothing but 17 June 22. That is nothing but this, your exit date. Clear, no? I told you what is the link between each date. I told you what is the exit date link. What more you need? Okay. Okay, sounds good. So I see a lot of great comments about the presentation and program. So friends, please put the same valuable comments here. It's pretty simple. Just go to Google and type Traders Gurukul. That's it. And on the right bottom, here you go, review. If you click there, you can give your review. Okay, awesome. Somebody has already reviewed there. Thank you, Manoj. Okay, go and shoot your reviews there. All right, fine. Meanwhile, let me go back to some more questions. Friends, any post or comment or celebration or positive reviews you are giving here, okay, it is going to die after this session. Okay, you just have to go to Google and post it there. It will they stay there for longer. All right, that will be the greatest appreciation. So Venkata Kumar Ande says, how did you pick the starting date? So Mr. Venkat Kumar, that is the intelligence of the algorithm. Our we applied machine learning and AI based algorithm, that with that we picked. But I have told you how to arrive at the next date. So your answer is simple. So next date you know how to bring it. Okay. So Palak says, Ashok, thank you for the informative session. Seasonality in market was an interesting new learning. Is it possible for us to get access to GAN power of 8 indicator? That is something which is given only for our students who joined our mentorship program. So you can talk to the support team for more details. So question by Raj, Ashok, nice presentation. How you technically based stock and fundamental based stock or any other method? I use both techno fundamentals. I told you, right? I use my 10 filters, the 6 core competency, the 10 filtering rules. Then I superimpose GAN power of 8 to identify the right levels. Anant, sure. I appreciate that. You buzz support, they'll help you, Anant. Okay. So here is a special appreciation by Mr. Bijal Maru. Lovely program. Good job done by all sponsors. Money Control Pro and Ashok Devanapriya. Learned a lot. Thank you. These words are really valuable, Bijal. Please throw the same thing in Google. Okay. So Bijal says, can the 687-day cycle apply to any stock? Yes, you can. Provided you have connectivity. Provided there is logical output. So Mr. Servegar, it's in June. So Mr. Muhammad Shabbat says, sir, give me 5 books to read as a new trader and investor. You want to read 5 books? Okay, I will tell you the 5 books. The Truth of the Stock Tape. Okay. Story of W.D. Gann. Okay. One of the beautiful books. The first book ever written. All right. How I made 2 million in stock markets. The story of the greatest common man, the Aam Aadmi who broke the shackles of Wall Street, Nicholas Darvas. Okay, Market Wizards. Okay, and then How to Make Money in Stocks by William O'Neill. What else? What can be the next best book you can read? Mm, and then The reminiscence of a stock operator. So these are it. These are the books one has to read. Okay, from a trader's perspective. From an investor's perspective, you can stick to this one. You can stick to The Truth of the Tape by W.D. Gann. You guys should also read Super Trader by Van Tharp. Okay, I don't recommend this Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. It's a very, very sleepy book. That is my big problem. Okay. Okay. So that is in a nutshell. So friends, go and just type Traders Gurukul, friends. It will come. See, you can see there. Help me cross 1100 reviews. We'll be very happy for you. Okay. So buy this book. Buy this book, Truth of the Stock Tape. A very beautiful book. Okay. These books will definitely inspire you. So and that is me. You can follow me on Twitter. You can send me an email also. You can also reach me in Telegram at Ashok Devanampriya. Okay. I have tried my best to ensure that the last session is interesting. There were some amazing speakers in the last 12 days. Definitely matching their caliber is not easy. Why? Because they are investors, and you guys very well know I am not just an investor but also a algo trader and a professional stock trader. So naturally I will not devote too much of time doing deep dive fundamental analysis like them. They're all gurus, legends, masters in their own area. So I have my limitation when it comes to fundamentals, because I will not devote much time there. I'm a price guy. I'm a price action guy. So I believe price more than any of the balance sheets and the financial statements. So that is the whole reason. But however, I have kept it more mathematical. Okay, I've kept it more mathematical. All right. So I hope every one of you enjoyed the Investen conference. During this program, before we wind up, I would also like to thank the staff of Money Control Pro, who have been with us even on Sundays, trying to ensure that broadcasting goes through. Okay, the members of the leadership team, Mr. Pankaj, Mr. Naveen, all right, and also the working team, inclusive of Manisha, Karuna, okay, and even the gang, inclusive of Najib and all his team members, who really helped us to progress in the right way. Thanks to even Sherkan team, mainly Danny and his team members, who came online and presented their case with us. Thanks to Gautam, thanks to Sachin, and also all my staff of Traders Gurukul, inclusive of Shravanti, Bhaskar, Fazil, who have stayed with us and helped us to run this whole program successfully in a smoother way. Okay, with this, we come to the end of the session as well as Investen conference successfully. Dear friends, I hope every one of you enjoyed the program. That's the story for today. That's the story for Investen also. Okay, I don't have to say I will see you all tomorrow, because today being the last day of Investen conference, we really enjoyed it. My sincere thanks to Money Control Pro team. My special thanks to Sher Khan team for being our title sponsor. And thanks to every one of you who believed in our ability to deliver massive conferences of this scale and magnitude to a larger audience with great value and great learning. Thank you very much, friends. With this, I'm signing off with a heavy heart, because I'm so used to the last 12 days of hosting the session. It was an amazing experience. I look forward to see you all in our next conference, Super 25, which is starting in the month of May 2022. Until then, signing off, Ashok Devanampriya from Traders Gurukul. Thank you and good night. We look forward to be in touch with you. Take care.